What's the goal of deliverance? So, after 9 short videos, I've given you a compacted overview of this topic. I want to zoom in for a second and actually just answer this simple question: what is the goal of deliverance? Because if we're not careful, both sides of this quote unquote debate can become extreme. There's extremism on both sides. I can agree to that because you have one side, people see a demon behind everything. Every problem, every struggle, every bad decision, every weakness. And we can agree that that's not fully biblical either because the flesh is real. We have wrong thinking, that's real, but I would even question what's causing the wrong thinking. Renewing the mind is real. Discipleship, accountability, all that is necessary. So then on the far other side, some people have become so afraid of excesses that they almost, well, not really, almost, some completely do, remove deliverance from the Christian life entirely. And I'll show some grace in that as well. Some people might not remove it completely by definition of what they determine is freedom ministry. We'll just call it that for Christians. Because for me, as someone who believes that Christians can possess, not be possessed, but possess, as in have a demon, I believe that the church body has become like afraid that people are making too big a deal and thinking, well, you're always looking for demons or you're always doing this. But there's a remnant of people that are in the middle and just working in biblical order. So Jesus cast out demons. The apostles cast out demons. The early church cast out demons. So, what's the goal? The goal is not being a demon hunter. The goal is not going out and just finding a demon. The goal is finding freedom. The goal is not making people demon conscious. I wish people would stop saying that because I fear that when they do that, that there's so many people that are in bondage and it's just kind of brushing it off, And so I feel like when you have somebody say, you're just talking about the demons too much. You're just being demon conscious, or you're just talking about this. Why talk about this when you can talk about Jesus? I agree. Jesus is awesome. And he is the reason that we have deliverance ministry. He's the reason that people can be free. And so the goal is not making people demon conscious. The goal is making people Christ conscious. The goal is not endlessly searching for darkness. The goal is saying, hey, there is darkness here, but let's bring light into that. The goal is not dependence upon a deliverance minister. That's not the goal. The goal is dependence upon Jesus. Like, I don't want no one dependent upon me because I have to go through deliverance and stuff too. Like, my life is still having to be sanctified. The goal is Jesus. Look to him, follow him, imitate him. So, real deliverance should always move a person toward greater intimacy with Christ, greater obedience, greater holiness. The deliverance movement is rooted in holiness, and holiness is good. Freedom is good. Growing in greater maturity is good. So if someone needs deliverance every week for the same issue year after year after year, while never growing in discipleship, while never renewing their mind, forgiving, repenting, and walking with God, something's wrong. We agree with that. I agree with that. But likewise, if someone refuses to acknowledge any spiritual bondage because everything must be reduced to psychology or bad thinking or to the flesh, something is wrong there too. The goal is freedom. It's not, I'm so over labels. Can we stop even saying deliverance? I mean, I know that deliverance is a biblical word, but it's like everybody. It's not a deliverance ministry. There's not a soul ministry that is just deliverance. Deliverance ministry is bringing the kingdom of heaven onto this earth. Every born again believer should be fulfilling deliverance, should be walking in deliverance as well. It's not about left side and right side. It's not about theological tribes. It's about freedom because whom the Son sets free is free indeed. And deliverance is not even a destination. Jesus is. Freedom is simply one of the ways he brings us closer to him.